Hi, one forum news brings you the best. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Your comment and your likes will be highly appreciated. We are going back to our own South Africa. Yes, our own South Africa. That is the country to be when it comes to the 2024 election in that country. For some time now, when you talk about elections in South Africa, you can only mention ANC as well as the DA and EFF. But now we have the almighty MK party, and it's causing a lot of surprises and shocks within and without of the ANC as well as EFF. Yes, a lot of surprises and serious issues are going on when it comes to the MK party. That is why we are here to bring you the best. There are all manner of researches here and there, very vital and very important when it comes to election. You cannot throw away researches or projections when it comes to election. And this year's on the 2024, which will take place on the 29th of May 2024, there is nothing that we can do. The researches will keep on flying, and we are pegging our findings and our discoveries and our projection on very factual and very evidential ones. Yes, we don't play over here. No, we do the best and we try to bring the best to our people. In the past, when you talk about election in South Africa, you can comfortably say that the ANC, that is the most dominant party in that country, is likely going to take plus or minus 62% of the vote cast. But this time around, we are talking about the MK party that is going to take at least between 12 and 13% of that of the ANC's win. That's the ANC's vote. That is going to cause a lot of problem. You can talk about the DA party that in the past normally get the 20%, and that is EFF, the party that belongs to Julius Malema and his people. Yes, they normally take the 10% of the vote cast, but this time around, the MK party is going to cause a lot of problem to all of them, especially to ANC as well as the EFF. Because when it comes to the ANC as well as the EFF, you can look at the white, that is the black majority of the people, they belong to that party, and the MK party is successful in taking some of the people from those political parties. As you know already, the MK party is a breakaway in a way from the ANC. So that is going to happen. Now, if that successfully happen, that as we projected already, that is likely. It's a projection, yes. It's based on empirical evidence, though, but it's a projection that we are making that the ANC will not be able to win outright when it comes to the 2024, which is sad for the members of the ANC, but will be a very good news for the members of the MK party, because that is what they seek to do. Yes, all that they seek to do is to make an impact in this very election, and they are going to achieve that based on the projections that we can make, based on the researches that we have seen or we have read. That is what is going to happen. So the MK party strategically is doing a lot of work in order for them to be heard when it comes to the 2024 election. That is exactly what is going to happen. So if they are successful in doing what they want to do, what is going to happen is there will be the need for coalition. Yes, when you talk about coalition, you are just talking about two or more government, that two or more political parties coming together to form a very great force, a majority force, to be able to form government. That is all coalition is about, and that is likely to happen. In the past, you can talk about the ANC as well as EFF and the ANC as well as DA forming a coalition, but now the MK party is here. But what is going to be very difficult for the ANC and the MK party is, they are a bit of loggerhead. The court cases here and there, the fight and the infighting here and there. The ANC is now claiming that they've suspended Jacob Zuma. He's also saying that no, he's still a member, last member of the party is not going anywhere. He's just going to vote for the MK party, or he now belongs to the MK party when it comes to the 2024 election. A lot of friction here and there. So it's going to be very, very, very dicey and very difficult for the two parties to form coalitions. And here lies the case now that it has been projected that they are likely to replace or take the third position from the EFF. That means they are very suitable candidate or group of party, or the party that will be able to form a very formidable coalition with the ANC in case plus or minus things were not able to go well in the favor of the ANC, as it has been projected based on the empirical evidence available to us that they are just going to take 39%, not the 62% plus or minus in the past years. That is a great headache for them. But we can also look at the DA as well as the ANC party forming coalition. Yes, that is also likely to happen. But if you remember very well, the EFF as well as the ANC, they make some coalition in some of the lower places, that's provinces. Yes, they made some coalitions and they functioned very well when it comes to their assemblies or other things here and there. They were successful in doing that. But at the top level, would they be able to agree on a lot of things? Because when it comes to the ideologies of those political parties, I'm talking about the MK as well as the ANC and the EFF and the DA, the ideology seems to be a bit different. And when it comes to coming or forming coalition, you can all be at the two ends. That is the high opposite. You can be opposite to each other. But when it comes to coalition, just to form one government, and the two of you know very well that it's something that will augur well for the both of you, they are likely to put their differences together and come together. So the projection is there's the likelihood of coalition in South Africa before government can be formed, because for you to be able to form, when it comes to South Africa politics or the election in South Africa, mostly they don't directly elect their president. No, what they do is the National Assembly have to come together. As a majority of the National Assembly, the people, the party that dominate the National Assembly, they form or elect the president of their country. That is why there is a need for them to have some level of coalition. Yes, it's going to be a tragic situation for ANC because they are not used to that. And it seems because of one reason or the other, they are at loggerhead with a lot of people, because of what they are channeling, or the processes that they are following, or the principles and the policies that they are following, or the things that they are implementing. You know very well that when it comes to the legislature or the parliament of South Africa, yes, you can see the way the ANC and the EFF always fight. But here lies the case, one way or the other, one of them will need each other to be able to form a government. That is where the problem is going to be. But let's look at the outcome of a coalition government for South Africa. It's two ways. The citizens of that country are likely going to benefit when there is a coalition government, because once two opposing people decide to come together to form government, a lot of policies and implementation of those policies are going to be scrutinized, yes, by enemies. That's political enemies, not enemies that fight each other, but political enemies, yes. So Mr. A, that is ANC, may come with an idea or policy, but EFF or DA or MK would say that no, this one is not good for our people. So you have to look at it again or relook at it. That may be beneficial to the citizens of South Africa. Yes, it will be very beneficial, because every decision that will come out from two opposing people agreeing on one thing is so difficult. So once they agree on something, you know that it's something that will help the general public of South Africa. But most often than not, the disadvantage of coalition government is the citizens have to wait on a lot of things, because decisions cannot just be taken by the majority. No, the minority must also be heard. And this instance is about you give and you take. You give and you take when it comes to coalition. That's going to be a very difficult thing. And it's highly likely, I can comfortably project that, all things being equal, there will be a hung parliament in South Africa. And that is also going to cause a lot of problems, because for policies or decisions and laws and bills to be passed, it's going to be very difficult, because the two people will not be able to agree comfortably. And one thing also that we should also look at is this. Now that it's likely that the ANC is going to garner about, is this just a projection? 39%, the MK party plus or minus 13%, and the DA party as well as the EFF party may be able to hover around their normal thing, but not as in the past. A lot of problems are going to happen when it comes to making of decisions or taking of decisions. And don't forget, there are a lot of things in the pipeline. The power issue is there, the health insurance, the new one that have been passed here and there, all those things are there. And for those things to be implemented, is going to be a very serious thing. That is why the citizens of South Africa have to open their eyes and see exactly what is happening when it comes to their democracy and the voting. But I can say comfortably that this 2024 election is likely going to be the 1994 election of the past. That is 30 years ago. For some time now, over 30 years or 3 decades, ANC have been at the helm of affairs and leading comfortably. But this year, the 2024, I can comfortably project, based on all the analysis done by professors as well as scholars, including political analysts. We are talking about R.W. Johnson. I can comfortably say that something great is going to happen in South Africa. A lot of surprises is going to happen. That there will be no outright winner when it comes to the 2024 election of South Africa. But let's see what will happen. Because when it comes to elections or things like this, human beings are something that is difficult to be dealt with. Yes, when they talk about human beings, they are the variables of all the variables. They may decide that this is what they want to do today, and tomorrow they can decide otherwise. But for the records, for now, we are expecting that, or we can comfortably project that there will be 39% for ANC, as well as 13% or to 13% for MK, and the others will follow, including the EFF. And sadly, the EFF is likely going to lose their third position as they always comfortably lose. And it's going to be a big headache for Julius Malema. But let's see how this thing spawns out for us to have a very great democracy when it comes to South Africa. South Africa is the hope of Africa and the hope of the world. We count on you and wish you all the best. Please, for more, kindly subscribe to this channel, One Forum News, for the best when it comes to politics and historical analysis, when it comes to anything security or crime or everything about South Africa as well as Africa. We are here to bring you the best. Always be in touch. Your comments and your likes will be highly appreciated. Thank you so much.